apart from grey. Okay, my name's Liz Cormell. I'm a claircognizant medium, which means I pick up things as memories. I don't see spirit very often. It scares me when I see spirit, to be honest. I work with 5 different paranormal groups, and I work all over the UK. And I've been asked to come and speak to you about mediums working with paranormal groups. I've been doing it for about 10 years now. Work with, as I said, 5 different groups. Keep getting invitations for other groups. I really enjoy working with different groups because I get A, free entrance to fantastic locations, and I also get to see how different groups work, and maybe give them ideas and take ideas away that I can use in other groups. Just a quick show of hands, who counts themselves as a medium or sensitive? There's a few people? Go on, own up. Okay, so there's a few people. Who's experienced something paranormal, or something that you can't explain? So all of you who've experienced something paranormal technically are sensitive then, aren't you? Yes. I suppose medium is a label that is easy for people to use, isn't it? It's just a description to label a group of people who can see or hear or talk to spirit. I believe that everybody has that ability to a greater or lesser extent, and it just depends on how developed that ability is as to whether you can do it at will or control it or walk into a location and see stuff there or give a reading to people. And in order to do it as an event medium, you need to be able to switch it on and off, really, don't you? The first thing you learn as a medium is to be able to switch it off, otherwise you don't get an awful lot of sleep. Because you have them queuing at the end of your bed going, please, can you help me cross? I need to get this message. And it's very annoying. So if you are sensitive and you are going through that at the moment, I would suggest you find somebody who's been through that and can help you, somebody who can mentor you through that process. Who has worked with paranormal investigation groups? Who goes out investigating paranormally with a group? A few people up the back. Can I suggest you all do, because it's fantastic fun. And once you've done it, you'll be hooked. Whether you go as a medium or an official medium or you just hide in the background and just have a watch, it's excellent. If you're interested in spirit, working with spirit, communicating with spirit, it's a good starting point. Because there's no pressure. You have no expectations, you don't know what to expect when you turn up at the location, and stuff happens. Or it doesn't. The mediums in the room who haven't been investigating, why?
Good question.
Really thought about it.
You don't know how to?
No. I know how to, I'm not really bothered.
You're not interested?
Not really bothered.
Okay, that's fair enough. If you're not interested, you just do what you do and you enjoy that.
I enjoy it,
Yeah, fair enough. Anybody else who counts themselves as a medium or sensitive that's never been investigating on a paranormal investigation? Nobody else has ever thought of it. Are you interested? Because if you're not, I may as well just finish now and we'll go home, go down the pub. There's a few people nodding, yeah. So how do you go about it then? Do you go as a paying guest? Do you contact your local group and say, do you want a medium? The way I did it was found my local group and just joined the group. I didn't disclose I was a medium or a sensitive to start with because I didn't know what I was. This was 10 years ago and I was still developing. I knew I could contact spirit because I had been doing that since I was little, but I didn't want the pressure to perform the Derek Akura effect, if you like, taking your guide along and going, oh, what was that, son? So I went along to see what I'd experienced, whether I could pick up spirit in an environment that was a historic environment, rather than being a platform medium in a group of people in maybe a spiritualist church who are all receptive, because that's why they're there, aren't they? They're there for a reading. The energy within the room is more open to making the contact, making the communication. Whereas if you go into a haunted location, you can imagine some of these places, we call them being overfished. Because every Friday and every Saturday, there's somebody sat in the dark going, is there anybody there? Can you knock twice if you are? Can you walk in front of this camera? So you can imagine they get a bit bored of the same old thing. So to get a communication can be hard work. You've got to present yourself as somebody who's open to what they want to tell you, not to make them performing seals, because that's what I suppose most haunted and a lot of the TV shows is what everybody thinks of as paranormal investigations. Knock twice for yes, once for no. Come and walk in front of the camera. Can you tell us why you died? Do you know if you're dead? Always an embarrassing question. I find walking into a location easier if I know nothing about it. I don't research. All I get when I'm invited to work as a medium at a location is the postcode. Yeah, I can tell roughly where in the country it is, but my geography is shocking, so most of the time I don't know whether it's north or south of Birmingham. I follow the sat-nav, I arrive, and they invariably invite me in. Half of the time I get met by a spirit on the front doorstep who wants to tell me all about everything. At that point you kind of have to say, whoa, 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 we haven't started yet, hang on. It's slightly different being a platform medium, because I find I get a lot of information from the location itself. I don't know whether that's just because that's the kind of medium I am. I can walk into a building and see staircases that are no longer there, see the rooms decorated as they were in a period.